Hi, I'm Michael Klitzing, Director and CEO of Carmel Clay Parks and Recreation, and we continue to celebrate our 35th anniversary of the establishment of the park system here in Carmel. We're today at the Bur Oak Bridge, which connects our Hazel Landing Park in Carmel to Fisher's Heritage Park. I was hired over 20 years ago, and building this bridge was a dream of our respective communities. And it really took a collaboration between Clay Township, our park board, Delaware Township on the east side of the river, the city of Fishers, and Hamilton County, all of them coming together to provide the funding to make this a reality. And what I'm really proud of is not only that collaboration, units of government working together for our residents, but also the collaboration we had with Native Americans to come up with the name Bur Oak Bridge. We talked with tribes that have a history here in the state of Indiana, and we asked their guidance on what to name this, and they rallied around a bur oak tree that's behind the bridge that has been a shared experience for many generations of people coming to the river. So really excited about the name, really excited about the collaboration that made it possible, both the naming and the funding of this bridge. And one of the things that we're trying to do as part of this 35th anniversary is celebrate the memories that our parks create. That's really the success of our parks. And, you know, I also have memories here. You know, I'm not only in charge of the parks, but I use the parks. And I also sometimes go over to our neighbors to check their parks out too. And earlier this spring, I was here with my spouse and my Labrador, and we walked across and was at the end of the bridge by the ramps up. And this family was by the dedication plaque that's on the Fisher side. And all of a sudden I see the dad kind of looking at the names, and he stops at my name. And he's like, I think this guy's from Illinois, which is where I grew up. And, you know, my spouse overhears it, and he goes, he is, and he's standing right here. Never know what that's going to result in, but the cool thing was the family, the gentleman was from Altamont, Illinois, which is where all of my grandparents were born, and where my maternal grandmother passed away just a little over 2 years ago. And, you know, it's also probably the only place in the world where my last name, Klitzing, is not uncommon. So he saw the name, he knew the history of my family, and it was so great to make a connection. And it reminds me and reminds all of us that parks are about the people, that are connections that you make, and how small this world really is. So, you know, I encourage you, share your photos, your experiences in our parks. And, you know, I also just want to give thanks to the incredible collaborations that make these parks and projects like Bur Oak Bridge possible. And thank you for your support of Carmel Clay Parks and Recreation. And we'll see you in the parks.